A cool Luke Skywalker prosthetic arm, astronauts training to walk on an asteroid, and our universe simulated on a massive computer system. That is cool news. Hi, I'm Aaron Jones, and welcome to Cool News This Week, the video series where I share 3 cool news stories I found during the week and share them with you. This is beta episode 4 for May 10th, 2014. So let's get to the stories. And the first story today is really cool. Dean Kamen, who I think is one of the coolest inventors alive today, the founder of DEKA, his company, and best known for his invention, the Segway. You remember the Segway? The little scooter thing with 2 wheels that bounced on 2 wheels. That was kind of a trendy thing more than 10 years ago. Well, he received United States FDA approval for a new prosthetic arm. The arm is known as the Luke arm, or the DEKA arm system, named after his company. It is like any other prosthetic arm, as it can understand multiple commands at once and gives the wearer of the arm a near natural control of it. The arm allows amputees to do normal things such as opening envelopes, using keys, brushing their hair, picking up eggs without breaking them. The system uses electromyogram (EGM) sensors activated by the wearer, contracting muscles close to where the prosthetic is attached or on their feet, which is embedded with a computer system that translates the muscle signals into movements. At this moment, it is unknown how much the prosthetic will cost, but for sure it will enrich the lives of the amputees with a more natural prosthetic arm. Now, this invention I think is going to be great because there are all kinds of different prosthetic arms for amputees, but the one that Dean Kamen has put out is just like it says, it's a Luke Skywalker type. The function is amazing. In the description below I have a link to the article, and there's some videos you can find of this arm. And it's pretty amazing. It almost gives them almost natural arm back. So if they've lost their arm, they can have their whole hand back and do things almost like they would do naturally. And this science is excellent, and it's coming to market, but we don't know how much it's going to cost. But hopefully there will be some way for people that who are amputees, that everyone will be able to get access to this technology, because those people who have lost their limb, their arm, in some kind of accident or by birth defect or by some soldiers in the war who have lost their arms, well, they can get their arms back with this technology. And this, of course, progresses our species, and that is cool news. So let's get to the second news story of today, which is space news, and I love space news. And this is cool. This is right out of the movies, like Armageddon. NASA is planning to send astronauts to an asteroid in the 2020s, and they're preparing for it now. On May 9th, veteran astronauts Stan Love and Steve Bowen at the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory at NASA's Johnson Space Center, wearing modified versions of the Orange Space Shuttle launch and entry suits, spent time training in the 40-foot deep pool for practicing spacewalks. There was a mock-up of the spacecraft Orion that will carry the astronauts to the asteroid, with the robotic craft that will put the asteroid in a stable orbit. The plan is to use the robot craft to capture the asteroid and bring it to a stable orbit near the moon, where the astronauts can then go to the asteroids and walk on it and bring back samples. Now, this is cool, and I hopefully this will be launched in the 2020s, because I want to see this. I want to see NASA launch a rocket, a spacecraft, the Orion spacecraft, with astronauts on it, and have a robot spacecraft that captures an asteroid, brings it near the moon, the astronauts arrive, get off the spacecraft, and walk on the asteroid, bring back samples. I think that's cool. Of course, we can do that with a robot. We have done similar things with robot. Japan here did that with the Hayabusa system. They landed it on an asteroid and shot things into it to get little small dust samples. But putting humans on there is a whole new element, and that is cool. and this is why I like science, and so I want to see this in my lifetime because this is cool. The last news story I have today is also space related, but not actually going into space, but something much more interesting that astronomers have created. US, German, and UK astronomers have created the first realistic virtual universe using a computer simulation called Illustris. I hope I'm saying that correct. Illustris can recreate 13 billion years of cosmic evolution in a cube 350 million light years on a side with unprecedented resolution. The team dedicated 5 years to developing the Illustris program. The actual calculations took 3 months of runtime, using a total of 8,000 CPUs running in parallel. If they had used an average computer desktop, the calculations would have taken more than 2,000 years to complete. The computer simulation began a mere 12 million years after the Big Bang. When it reached the present day, astronomers counted more than 41,000 galaxies in the cube of simulated space. Importantly, Illustris yielded a realistic mix of spiral galaxies like the Milky Way and football-shaped elliptical galaxies. It also recreated large-scale structures like galaxy clusters and the bubbles and voids of the cosmic web. On a small scale, it accurately recreated the chemistries of individual galaxies. Now, this is cool. Of course, it's not perfect yet, and apparently I was reading some other articles about this. They have taken the dark matter mathematical formulas about dark matter. If you look into that, it's kind of interesting. We don't know too much about it yet. As far as I know, I'm not that knowledgeable about it, but it all works out, and this is a great way to study our universe and the creation of it from the Big Bang, and how the formations of the different galaxies and systems, how they all form. And not only that, the visuals are pretty cool. There's some images that I showed here, and on the link below will take you to the actual site, to the announcement site of the company that created it, or the organization that put it together. And there's a video and stuff, and you can see exactly this system. This is really, really, really cool. And I mean, the amazing computer power used to do this. The article said 8,000 CPUs running in parallel. If you used my regular computer, it would have taken 2,000 years to complete. I mean, this is pretty amazing stuff. The mathematics and the science and data that they put into this is incredible, and that they can simulate the universe, and then we can really get a better understanding. And then I'm guessing in the future they can put theories about how things work, such as dark matter, and test them out, and test them in the simulation, and then compare it to our real universe, what we can observe, and see if the theories are true, and create better and stronger working models of our reality. And that is cool. I hope you enjoyed this week's cool news stories. If you have any suggestions for cool news stories in the future, please leave them in the comments below this video if you're on YouTube, or you can send them to me at Twitter at AaronJonesMagic. And please share your comments on these stories below. What do you think about these stories? I want to know. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video and share it with your friends. And until next week, see you then. Bye-bye.